coffee. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Boom, boom, boom. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Michael, help. You still drunk, my friend? How sweet it is. I'm hungover myself. Not drunk though, luckily. Get some coffee. Oh my god. I'm tired. Welcome to your mid-20s. That's a fucking coffee maker. Fucking sprays everywhere. Christ. What's up, y'all? The fucking Keurig we have here, like, it's busted, so the water doesn't come out in one stream, it comes out in like 8, and they all go different directions. Oh my god. So pretty cool yesterday, a former client of mine in Norway, yeah, so a former client of mine in Norway, she was a bodybuilder. She competed at a very high level. She competed yesterday again. And she took second place in women's, what do you call it, physique? Body fitness? I can't remember which one it's called. But it's pretty awesome. She's never done that kind of bodybuilding before. And took second in the country. Or not second in the country, second for this competition. And then the national competition's in 2 weeks. So she's got to like recut. No, not bikini. Yeah, the same one I share the program for on Patreon, yeah. So Gabriel. Yeah, so she took second this time, which is pretty awesome. So, body fitness, I think it's called, maybe? I can't remember all the fucking names of all those goddamn bodybuilding types, but that was pretty awesome. She, I'm pretty proud of her. I didn't do her programming this time, though. I can't take credit for this. Do I drink every Saturday? Not every Saturday. Many of them. From Wisconsin. What else can you do? Yeah, she looked great. She was lean as fuck. So ripped. Do I know the channel 61 Custom Rebuild? No. What's that? What's up, Parsa? Just had an awesome pizza after a grueling Mai Tai session. Pizza is, in my opinion, the best post-workout food. Every Monday and Tuesday I treat myself to a pizza. There's this brand here called Lots of Matza, and they put a little bit over a half pound of cheese on top, and it's fucking awesome. Tastes so good. Those are my treats myself. Oh, with training plyometric explosive and super heavy deadlifts, the same workout ruin the explosive adaptations or whatever. No. So like a pretty common or easy way to like train stuff is doing like PAP stuff. So you do like a heavy squat and then immediately do like jumps afterwards, or not immediately, within like 30 seconds do jumps afterwards. It's a good way of working explosive stuff and strength at the same time. One of those pizzas that are more traditional, less just grease. Yeah, they're not really grease, they're really good. When's the 800-pound ox lift coming? That's a good question. Should really check him out. He has an unconventional way of building your body. I mean, there's only so many, like, the thing with like unconventional training, which I obviously do, but it's like, there's only so many things you can do in the gym, and they're all basically the same. Like, a deadlift is working different muscles than you know, behind the back deadlift and stuff, but it's still lifting. So it's about ultra. I mean, unless he's like doing some like weird, I don't even know. Like training's training, in my opinion. Do what works best for you. What would you say would be optimal for it? Pure plyos or mixed in a workout? If you only work out once a day, I'd say mixed. If you can get twice a day, you can probably do this stuff separately. But I'd say do mixed. The same examples. Oh, he does like unconventional equipment and stuff too. That's cool. I'll check him out. Yeah. I think the human body isn't built for lifting barbells and dumbbells, but calisthenics are good. Hey, I mean, I'm not a big fan of those arguments. Like, you know, the body's not made to lift weights. It's not made to do a lot of stuff that we do. You know, but the whole thing about being a human, why we're so successful as a species, is that we're very adaptable. So, obviously, the human's not supposed to be, you know, fucking Ronnie Coleman, but it can. So nothing wrong with calisthenics, though. So. Haven't had any issues yet, but can doing a cycle bench press on the Wisconsin method lead to some shoulder impingement issues if you're benching bad? Yeah. Exactly, Pear. We're not built to sleep in beds or drive cars. Yeah, if you're benching correctly, you shouldn't get any shoulder impingement issues. If you have healthy shoulders. So, like, benching isn't inherently bad for you. Benching poorly is potentially bad for you. Right? Fucking bored back there. We're connecting the dots, man. Me and Nether are gonna have a conversation about the aliens. He contradicts himself many times. I mean, everyone does. Like, I contradict myself all the fucking time too when I talk about lifting. Some of it's just contradictory. So, man, I look fucking tired. Jesus Christ. I wasn't able to maintain or even build a deadlift with just accessories. Still got some lower back issues. Of deadlifting is out of the question. Gonna check it out soon. Potentially. I had a client of mine. He's deadlifting. At the time, his best was like 335 for 3 reps. And due to his particular situation, we did nothing but good mornings for. We did 8 weeks of nothing but good mornings without even touching a deadlift, and then his deadlift was 405 for 3 this next time we tested it. So yes, you can build it to a point, but if you want to get really good deadlift, you still have the deadlift. Good. All right. Takes you pretty far. Yeah, it does. How deep should one go with the jam press? How much do you value trapping heavier in weight for shorter arm? So I try to do it basically until my arm like can't contract anymore. So I go to like there and then. So if you have really big fucking biceps, you're not gonna have much range of motion. But and like I said, there's a couple different ways to do it. Like the way I did it this week was a little more flared elbow. So it's coming a little more here. And so it's like touching the lower, so you can use a little more weight that way. If you want to just do it like strictly, if you want to really just fuck your triceps up real bad and use less weight, you want to keep your elbows more tucked and bring it closer over your neck. But even J.M. Blakely, who like it's named after, he did it differently sometimes. So there's no right or wrong way to do it really. But I try to get the full range of motion at least. But that's just me. Oh, dude. Brosif's here.
Shalom.
Hey, here's
What's going on, guys?
just live streaming. What kind of primers do you recommend to increase back hyperextension weight? That's a very specific odd goal.
Rows.
Do it more often, yeah. Do it more often, I guess. Probably do sets of 3 to 8, somewhere around there. Got some favorite books, fishing. I'd say Beautiful and Damned is my favorite book of all time. By Scott Fitzgerald. I read a lot of Faulkner. Big fan of Hemingway, of course. Harry Potter. You got any favorite books? Game of Thrones. I don't know. I don't really think about my top favorite books ever.
Reading The Art of War.
Are you?
Yeah.
Ooh,
just started.
nice.
It's pretty good.
Good idea. I never read that. I've read
It's literally just like a numbered list of stuff.
Right, yeah, what to do.
I don't even know if it's like a book technically.
What's his name? He was the emperor at the beginning of Gladiator. Something M. Marcus Aurelius. He had a question. I can't remember the name of the book right now. I read that. It was just a list of like virtues, more or less. Like, be a stoic. Yeah, that was interesting though.
Get good.
Yeah, read Marcus Aurelius's thing. That was
Listen. Alright.
See you, man. Thoughts on Nether Rose. I don't know what the fucking Nether Row is, and quit fucking listening to that Nether guy. He's fucking nuts. What would I do if I wanted a huge upper back? I'm talking about upper traps. I do a bunch of rows. I do a bunch of reverse flies, single arm stuff, Meadows rows, probably most. But wide grip bench press for helping your regular grip? I mean, I don't know. Depends what your weaknesses are, always. Do I think the jam press is a good tool for raising your bench? I think it's one of the best tools for raising your bench. Why most lifters fail to get big and strong. I think they're weak-minded mostly. Like, the difference between the average gym goer and top-level athletes and stuff is mostly, I mean, it's partly genetics, but a lot of it's mindset. It really is. And just push harder, bigger balls, whatever. Good accessory system lift for hams. JJ deadlift. RDLs, straight leg deadlifts, hamstring curls, Nordic hamstring. There you go. We're doing different plyo exercises after like 3 weeks concurrent style, but no volume. Would help with explosiveness, probably. Again, depends. Everyone's a little different, but I don't see, it wouldn't hurt certainly. Another chest. I don't know about this. All of the nether shut stuff's bullshit, guys, or most of it. No, I won't try the chest shrugs though. Think about people using unconventional lifts as a way of masking their poor conventional numbers, i.e. someone hacked up in 600 but can't conventional deadlift 4-5. Yeah, that's fucked up, and people need to stop. The unconventional stuff is great, and that's mostly what I do, but I'm also good at normal lifts. Like, that's the thing. I can pen my rope pretty much more than anyone. I can, do strict stuff well still. I don't have to. I can deadlift fine. I can squat well. A lot of people are just doing this 1 inch range of motion shit, or they're doing they load up one side of the barbell with all the weight and they squat, and it's just like, guys, come on, come on, guys. If you're 16 and you can't deadlift 325, you shouldn't be doing hack deads. I think RDLs work to a point with Wisconsin method. Yeah, they just stall faster than, stall a little faster than a Jefferson something would or whatever. I should rest today, but I'm not because I'm a freak. Good. Resting's for fucking wimps. Kudos for my understanding. Got any lower back friendly glute ham exercises? Even trap bar RDLs with 135 still bothers quite a bit. Hamstring curls. Lunges, pretty easy in the lower back. Buggy and split squats. It's your glutes. It's your hammies a bit. How can I learn more about programming and recommendations? Read as much as you can from good sources. A lot of reading. That's what I can learn. Not watching videos, actually read. The thing about Nether, though, he preaches that basically our genetic limit is much higher than we think, and rather than reaching for it, we're saying genetic limit. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I think the quote-unquote genetic limit is kind of bullshit. Opinion on watching and analyzing videos of top lifters, athletes to improve. I think it's smart. I do it. Honestly, you shouldn't really necessarily emulate people. Like, looking at how, like, Dmitry Klokov, for example, the way he lifts, he's, like, bow-legged. He sets up with his feet staggered and, like, at different angles. And it's good to, like, analyze that and be, okay, why is he doing that? And figure out why. And to analyze, maybe, and kind of learn from that, maybe I should try different setups, because maybe the way I've been doing it isn't what's actually optimal for me. That's obviously a guy who's found, you know, what's optimal for him, and I think in that aspect, analyzing people can be very useful, because it kind of makes you analyze yourself more and to kind of see a reflection of yourself a little bit. Let's see. Trap RDL, sure. Are you asking if it's good? Yeah, it's fine. A regular RDL is gonna probably do more for you, honestly. How can I grow without benching barbells? I mean, you can bench dumbbells, you can do dips, you can do push-ups. Why don't you want to bench? Do flies. Worst exercise of all time, donkey kickbacks, or whatever they call them. How can I solve a deadlift grip problem without straps? Mixed grip. Work your grip more. At the end of every set, just hold the bar as long as you can. Or on your last set, I should say. Chalk, yeah. Yeah, his 200 kilo pause snatch is probably one of the greatest pieces of strength I've ever seen. What are you exactly working with? I train people, and I do get paid well. I've been watching every KK footage I could find for 2 months. Yeah. Konstantin Konstantinov. He's a beast. There's one where there's an interview where he's reading Russian poetry, and it's like the Soviet shit, and it's fucking the manliest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's hilarious. As a martial artist, I watch Tough Fighters all the time to learn, not the same, but still, yeah. Honestly, like, watching people's great. Yeah, another claim he did a 900 squat to parallel, and then there's a video of him like squatting an empty barbell, and he's collapsing under it. So fuck that guy. What's up, Marco? I prep bands on barbell exercises. I have. They don't really work with the Wisconsin method well. It's a little too taxing to recover from. So, like maxing out at least. Best core exercise for front squats. More front squats and zerchers. Yeah, the bloodletting and crying thing with Konstantin Konstantinov is the funniest thing in the world. He's like, why do women live longer? Because they bleed once a month and they cry more. So I do bloodletting to get my blood pressure down, and then I cry as much as I can. What the fuck? It's so awesome. And he's sitting there just like, it's giant Russian dude. You're doing donkey kickback school. I mean, I play Fortnite. That's who plays Fortnite. I'm not very good at it, though. Can I throw all passes in Norwegian? No. Again, he's like, I said before, he's like what middle-aged, like, suburban moms fear metal kids look like. That's what he is. Like, he's not actually metal. Who would win, a silverback gorilla or 208-year-olds? I'm going to say 208-year-olds. Supersetting high box squats with vertical jump would be good. It can be, yeah. What's your take on dairy? I'm from Wisconsin. What do you think my take on dairy is? I drink like my diet's like half dairy. I was the guy who's Arnold, whose nose exploded deadlifting. I mean, he's known to get nosebleeds, so whatever. It's not the end of the world to get nosebleeds. I've gotten them a few times. Static stretching before doing heavy lifting. Should be pretty minimal, but yeah, it's fine a little bit. Not a believer in one exercise being superior than any other. I think we should be strong in all motions, which take on zercher squats versus front squats. Honestly, I think people are overdoing the zerchers a lot. That's what I think. But I agree that I don't think one exercise is better than any other. People are always like, what's the best trap exercise? It's like, it kind of depends. What's the best chest exercise? And that depends. But zerchers for front squats, I think honestly front squats are probably the most superior, or are superior to zerchers, people just suck at them, so they never do them. And everyone knows a week fucking upper back, so they suck at them. But searchers are great too. Nothing wrong with searchers. Thrall Svalbard would look like a great polar bear dinner. That he would. I'll throw calls in Svalbard so I can meet him. Do you live in Svalbard? That's fucking awesome. I knew a girl, and her dad was the chief of police there when I lived in Norway. Listen, Eddie Hall breaking his ankle but going for the log world record before retiring. I actually didn't see he broke his ankle. Is it like badly broken, or he's such a beast and he's so like he'll, I don't know. There's a documentary about some modern, like some strong men. He's in there and it's so funny, like him and his wife interacting because she's like pretty tiny, and she's talking about like how they've had to make changes because he's like 400 fucking pounds plus, and he's like, yeah, we like can't she can't be on top anymore because she can't get her legs around me. What a dude. Amazing. I think that'd be cool if we got the log world record. I can see Big Z coming and retaking it. I think he has it, doesn't he? But I can see him. It look bad for your bones because why would it be bad for your bones? Do you think heavy ball gains, split squats are better than regular squats? No. I live there. I think they're both great though. I live there, but not. I just visit my parents. Just live there. That's awesome. About Alpha Destiny going vegan. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. I don't give a shit about Alpha Destiny's diet. Let him. He's a grown man. He can make his own decisions and go for it. Maybe he just wants to try it. Nothing wrong with experimenting. At least like, even if it goes poorly, at least you learn something. So, how did you get into listening to the music you listen to now? Like, who's your first rock metal band? When I was in 7th grade, my brother bought me a album by the band Thursday. What's it called? Is it not Frail Words Collide? Something in a car crash. I think it's called. I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. It was for my birthday. I remember very vividly because I had a CD player. Thursday. I'm in here, Mike. Let me get this guy's for you. Going way back. Full Collapse it's called, not Frivolous Collapse. What's up, Mike?
Hi.
What up? I'm live streaming.
Why is the door closed?
I'm live streaming.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll leave you alone.
That's okay. It's okay. It's whatever.
Can I say hi?
You can say hi. This is Mike.
Hello.
He was doing handstands yesterday.
Yeah. Nice to see you guys, whoever you are. Yeah, well, I won't keep you from your lives.
No, that's fine.
Can they talk to you?
Yeah, they're chatting.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not just talking bullshit.
Love you.
Okay,
Bye.
see you, man. Yeah, so Full Collapse by Thursday was the first, like, they were metal at all. There was, like, post-hardcore, I guess. That's the first band I got into. And then I really got into the band Thrice, and they're a little harder, and I kind of spiraled into more, heavier shit after that. Should boxers focus more on vertical presses or horizontal presses? Probably neither, but vertical for sure. Just because you're all day long, you're fucking internet rotating and working your chest, so you're working a lot on pulls the way you're working on, honestly. Very good while not competing at the other events. I mean, yeah, that's a little lame, I guess. He's only doing one. Just keep my hips even when doing split squats, yeah. And high bar or low bar for a novice, whatever feels most comfortable. I think somebody should handle bullying. I mean, that depends a lot. I'm not qualified to really give advice on that, honestly. Happy about Wisconsin chickens being murdered for your chicken patties. Feel great about it. Inman mile at the trap bar. Well, it's not really Inman mile, but that'd be, like your arms would fucking pull out of their sockets. I don't know. Mike is hot. He's a good looking dude. He is. Fucking asshole. Yeah, you can use it. This fucking douche has to use a microwave now. Oh, God.
Macro.
God damn it. This fucking bodybuilder douchebag. Israel Killers, aka me.
Going catabolic.
Catabolic. Yeah. Favorite music genre to play on guitar. Metal. Say metal. Something about Johnny Payne from Grey Skull saying, "Was it pointless if you're not already strong?" I think I disagree. I already hamsters my this one up for real. Have you used bar like a Rogue Power Bar? We have a Texas Power Bar at the gym. And I've used a Lyco before too. We should try it, Mike. We should take it on wrap. I like it if it's good. Kino body added me not strong enough on the PlayStation Network. Really? Submit. That's my iPad. You think BZ can retake the World Science Man title? No, I think he's getting too old. Just like with every Swedish man. They're fucking amazing. Favorite Norwegian beer brand? Fuck, I don't know. I probably drank Ringness the most when I was there. I don't think it's very good. It's pretty similar to American beer. It's kind of shitty. I like the main brands at least. Going back to France soon. Gonna be able to crock row again when I have to stand up. Hell yeah. I'll crock roll your ass. How's it moshing at concerts and pushing down lifters around? I mean, I'm not an asshole about it because I know I'm bigger and stronger than most people at metal concerts. I'm not like fucking like ripping their heads off and shit. Oh, that'd be pretty awesome though. Yeah.
Fuck you. Piece of shit.
I mean, yeah, it's fine. I make sure not to like kill people. That's hilarious. You got Keenan Bunny on there. Do I watch another Beast? No, he's fucking dumb. Oh, Jim, you're invited. Hell yeah. When you opening a gym? When and where? Do you know Jocko Willink? Nope. Who's that? Do you do something else aside of working out and girls? I have a podcast now. Play music, rap music. Well, they're all go to Valhalla. No. 300 pounds plus? Alright. Tu es en France? That's that right? I can't speak French actually. Oh, dude, that looks crazy, bro. Does it look crazy? Yeah, it's like weird. I don't know what's going on. Had my first chicken patty. Congrats. Les Noirs dans les rayons de l'île. Is that right? Terrible French accent. Thoughts on school? Stay in it. That's my thoughts. If I want to be successful, that's the way to it. Thoughts on weighted punches like boxers for back development? That's not going to really work your back. Don't just work your delts most likely. What's up, Cartoon Productions? Thanks, Ultra. Well, the organization says process meets our class, fun, Kristen and Jen. Chicken pays for the win. Chicken pie is fucking amazing. Reminds me of Brad Pitt and Ghost Jet. Grazie. Buongiorno. I've seen Elliot Atwell's rants. I don't know who that is. Who is he? I'm gonna keep reading this French thing. Non, mais je prends les Français and les Coran. Haha. Haha. Again, I subbed. You're a pretty good YouTuber. Thanks, my man. Favorite strongman and why? Current ones? I'd say Hathor Bjornsson, because he's just like such a beast. Have you ever watched anime? No, I watched Pokemon when I was a kid. That's it though. I didn't really watch that much either. Do I get tons of boosting on the daily? I get a pretty good amount. Thank you for the French line. Yeah. Pourquoi qu'on parle en français? You should watch Alan Thrall. You would love him. Yeah. How do you not psych yourself out when doing big PRs on pull variations? I got big old balls, that's why. You just gotta grab yourself by the cojones and lift it. Ever been to Iceland? Very briefly, just for like a few hours. For a stopover. There's that weird face now that makes him look more terrifying. He's a scary dude. I'm not gonna name women I've had sex with on here. Favorite dance move, the high and tight. God damn it, strong. I'm doing snatches like the last few days, or today I'm gonna do it too. Unconventional French lesson. Are you gonna travel to Eric's and live with them? Maybe, huh? I was in Florida and I kind of hate Florida, so we'll see. What should be taken into account when choosing between high bar and low bar? High bar is potentially maybe a little easier to recover from because less lower back strain, but honestly, whatever feels best. The low bar is a little rougher on your shoulders too. You can move more weight, so it depends on your goals, what feels best. If you're gonna do something every day, if you're gonna like squat every day, I'd do high bar though. Save yourself. Since I speak Norwegian to understand Swedes and Danes, pretty good with Swedes. Danes are harder for sure. Reading Danish is easier, but speaking of Danes can be pretty hard sometimes because they're fucking Cameloso. They sound all fucking weird. Speak the Kugla. There's Norwegians that might have seen that skit. The Cameloso. It's a pretty funny video. You should look up. Nah, fuck it. I don't like that. Thoughts on doing many easy sub-maximal sets of bodyweight push-ups and chins daily for a lot of total volumes, easy to recover from. I think it's good. It's called Greasing the Groove. Really good for pull-ups especially. Can I dance? I can, not very well. Fiction patties. I eat a lot of chicken patties, like 12 a day. How to kiss a girl with your mouth. Have I played Vermintide 2? No. What's that? Vermintide, sorry. Turn training every day for overall health and a little bit of strength. Yeah, I train every day. I take no days off, so. Yeah, it's fucking Danish garbage language. I'm sorry if there's any Danes out there. It's fucking, your good language is garbage. Would I train with Joe Rogan? Yeah. I don't know, why wouldn't I? You can make getting girls channel. Yeah, seriously. Like, talk to them, just like treat women like they're human beings and you'll go pretty far. Good drill is to stop being flat-footed in sports. What do you mean by being flat-footed? Like, are your feet actually flat? Or are you just like, you're not on your toes enough? Am I good at ollie lifts? No, I mean, better fucking hell throw, but no, like, I'm not particularly good. I've never really trained them. You really need to be coached to be good. Vermintide 2 is like Left 4 Dead, but with rats and more RPG. Like, that sounds fun. I'll give it a look. Best pickup line? Don't use pickup lines. That's the best pickup line. Ask them how their day is going. Not on your toes enough. Honestly, I think foot drills are really overrated. But if that's like a severe issue for you, nothing wrong with doing them. Like doing like ladder drills and stuff is probably not a bad idea. Didn't really respect women, yeah, not that hard. Senior muscle snatch is pretty impressive. You'll probably end up muscle snatching Allen thralls. That'd be pretty funny. I don't know if I'll get that high with it. That'd be pretty awesome though. I need to work some technique with it. Should I date a 22-year-old? I'm 17. It's a little weird. 22-year-old wants anything to do with you, but if you want, it's illegal to have sex with her if you're in the U.S. I don't know. Depending on what state you're in, but I don't know. If you're not physically attracted to you, it's 100 times harder to get her in pants. So yeah, I mean, I guess women are attracted to more than just your body, you know. What's my vertical? I don't know. I've never measured it. I can dunk, barely. So curious, what's your best at weighted dips? I'm not sure. Maybe when I was with Eric. I don't know. I have to look at my channel. I honestly can't remember. Thoughts on Elon Musk. Sending his car into space was the most like boss ass awesome thing on the planet or ever done, pretty much. That's what that. I think he's a very good businessman. Takes a lot of risks, but pays off for him, which kind of goes to show. That's some high frequency routines like doing squats, bench, deads every day. So I know Greg Knuckles, he did squat, bench, and dead pretty much every day when he was doing Bulgarian style training, which is I think his default training style when he's like just kind of not training for anything. And I think it's great. Yeah, you just have to be smart about it. Kind of know what you're doing ahead of time. Arms looking more juicy, my man. Thank you, thank you. Oh my god, that's some good forearm gains. Look at these things. Boom, boom. Just weird. I'm gonna trim my forearms, but. How'd you socialize your whole gym? Honestly, I just started talking to everyone. The second I started working here and like working out here, just started talking to everyone, and it kind of spreads like a virus. Once you talk to one person, they talk to one person, that person talks to one person, it just kind of branches out. So, just gotta talk to them. Just talk about shit that isn't just gym related too. Like that's an easy way to ease into it. Be like, hey man, your squat looks good or whatever. But then, like, where do you work? What do you do? I don't know. Talk to people. Shout out another guy. No, I'm not gonna rant on Nether. Like, he's not worth my time. Thrall isn't actually worth my time either, but at least Thrall, like, I don't know, doesn't think aliens are giving him powers. I've noticed you don't use heels against them. So I had a pair of shoes that they got stolen, and I just haven't bought any new ones. I'm not definitely not gonna. I'd be wearing them if I had them. Do I have an ergonomic chair? No, I don't really sit ever. I'm sitting right now, but like at work, I'm always standing, so. Did you see Eric has 19.25 arms now? Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Thoughts on George Hackenschmidt? I think he was an innovator. Best way to increase your squat every day and squat more often. I actually did try the hack and lift ultra. I saw you did it, and I tried it, and it is so fucking hard. I think I got up to like, I think I hit 125 or 115, somewhere around there. I couldn't do 135. I remember though. So hard. Just the balance of it. Have I ever run conjugate? For a very short period, I did a long time ago. Not all that short, actually, like 5 months, 6 months. But yes, a long time ago though. Most insane physique and strength levels you've ever seen in someone you are pretty sure is natty. Eric, I guess. I'm 100% sure he's natty, so can't, there you go. Never realized, but you're pretty tall and huge. What's your height and weight? I am about 6'2", and currently I'm like 238 when I'm fully hydrated. I've been adding size. Normally I'm between like 230 and 235 though. I'm relatively tall. Ever stalked a girl or vice versa? No, why would I stalk a girl? I have had a stalker kind of, but I would definitely not stalk a girl. Another strong on me, I'm jelly of his spiritualness. That is an ego smasher, the actual Hackenschmidt list. Is it true that the feud between you and Thrall started when he snuck into the locker room and stole heels? That's it. They're too big for him. I have like size 13 feet, which is kind of pissed me off because like not many people have feet that big, and there's even fewer people with feet that big who are actually like in the gym. So like every guy I see with like big feet walking around, I'm like, it's probably fucking you asshole. Eric's a beast. I heard Nether bench. Yeah, you heard from Nether that he benched 500 pounds and deadlift 800 with no proof. So Nether is basically Jason Blaha. Just so you guys are all aware. They're winning booty games. Yeah, seriously, my ass is fucking gigantic. Quick tips for staying tight while benching. So putting like a band around the bench, if you have a slippery bench, can help a lot. So like the typical like regular gym benches are way too slippery. Just putting like a rubber band there to get more grip can help a lot. Keep your back tight. Do you think you have good genetics for bodybuilding? No, I don't have the right muscle insertions at all. I would not be successful. Sleep versus calories, which is more important? Neither is more important. They're both very important. What's your standing vertical? I don't know. I don't measure that shit. I can dunk, so you can do the math. 6'2", short ass fucking arms, pretty decent. Were you skinny in high school? Yeah, when I graduated high school, I was like 140 pounds. I was a skinny cross country runner. I'm pretty much almost exactly 100 pounds heavier now than I was then. Some peanut butter. Yeah, I'm trying to post my Patreon stuff. There's more stuff coming this week. I've been trying to get more active on there. I've got a bunch of plans. I just haven't acted on them yet. But there'll be more stuff coming on there. So, thoughts on carnivorous diet? I think just eat like a normal adult and you'll be fine. Thoughts on Caden taking SARMs and not being... He's taking SARMs now? Don't be taking fucking SARMs. Well, how old are you, Caden? Tips for increasing appetite. Weed. My shirt says every time I die, and then I'm joining a cult, which is from one of their songs. There's a band, Every Time I Die. Probably my favorite metal band. Dude, what's your general diet like? A lot of chicken patties, coffee, vegetables, milk, cheese. Idea. I live in a one-bedroom apartment with 5 people, including me. Live off mostly from my dad's military work pension. Managed to go from 140 to 165 pounds possible. There you go, man. Favorite song for hyping up? Depends on the mood I'm in. I don't really have a singular favorite. Probably the new Black, but Every Time I Die, though. Or The Coin Has to Say. It's a good one by them, too. The breakdown's fucking awesome. Tell us more about chicken patties. I mean, they're just fucking chicken patties. They're shitty chicken patties. I eat a lot of them. They're cheap and good protein content, good fat content. Relatively low in carbs, actually. So, they're bulking food. I don't really do bulks, but milk, cheese, peanut butter. What's the fast way to make it to glute striations? Lean out. Don't worry about the fastest way either. Can you bang girls you live with your folks? I don't fucking know. Reasons slow recovery between sets despite very good cardiovascular fitness compared to most lifters. Bad mindset, going too heavy. Poor recovery overall. Could be a lot of things. Maybe your cardiovascular health isn't that great, actually. Would I rather train with Alan Thrall or Vegan Gains? Alan Thrall. Like too heavy, like I mean, like he's trying to do what he thinks is 80% is actually 90%. So he's like, potentially, I'm not saying actually doing this, but maybe he's trying to do 8 sets of 3 with 80%, and he's actually doing 90%. So he's like super way fucking taxed, and that's why he's like maybe you're failing sets or stuff. So, how do you build that? I don't give a fuck personality. That's badass. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really build it. Working on, I don't work on my personality really, so I don't know. But try not to worry, have less anxiety, I guess. I don't know. I live a pretty stress-free life. I get to sleep as much as I want, and found a profession I love doing and enjoy. I don't dread going to work every day, which makes a big difference. Pro tips to cure herniated discs. I'm not gonna. I'm sorry. I would love to help you, but that's A, makes me liable from helping you when you get hurt. But B, I will say avoid Supermans. Figure out why you herniated your disc. That's my best advice, and then fix whatever that issue was. What's the actual reason they're all this week? Bad programming. I don't understand the failure progress. I think it's just effort. As far as I can tell, he's a non-athlete, and just doesn't have the right mindset to be strong. So. And bad programming, obviously. How do I bring girls to a place to have free reigns? Why would they leave? They can hear me. I don't give a shit. How long would you survive without coffee? I quit cold turkey. It was probably 6-7 months ago. I tried to at least, and I made it 2.5 weeks without any coffee. I had tea like twice during that time though. Kind of like when I was going through withdrawal. So if you go back like 6 months, you'll probably find a couple weeks where my lifts were just like absolute dog shit. But now I'm back drinking coffee. So, ever been in a fight? Yep. How was your first day in the gym? Ever? Oh, I don't even know. I was like in 8th grade. Went to this local gym. Do you think a personal trainer should be jacked? Not necessarily. What if you're like a really good runner? What would you be if I weren't a PT? Probably a musician. Are you drunk or something? No, I'm just really fucking hungover. I named it Hungover. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm a little fucked up. This is my first coffee today, so. How much does effort really play into it if you're consistent using a good program? A lot. It's all about intent. Yeah, I'm really hungover, though. Thrall seems to have a fucking 20-point form checklist for every rep. Yeah, that's the problem. You can even see, like, when he sets up, he's overthinking everything. It's like, okay, let's, this. Big breath. Tighten this again. Tighten this. Lift, finally. And that's why he's weak as fuck. He's overthinking shit. Are there benefits to not drinking coffee? Ever since coffee's good for you. I mean, it's not particularly bad for you if you keep it in moderation. I drink way too fucking much, but yeah. Better than having like a Coke or pre-workout, honestly. Shows your biceps. What biceps? A Norwegian gym is better maintained. All the ones I went to are pretty well maintained. When I worked out there, it was nice. I got a hangover. Ooh, I'm doing too much for sure. I mean, yeah. That's what I've been doing. I want all people around Thrall aren't pushing him to try harder. Dude supposedly snatched 300 in high school. Wait, Thrall snatched 300 in high school? I don't know about that. He like barely snatched 220 in that competition. Did he get my ass beat? No. Am I a god? Yes. Not the god. I'm a god. What's the line for beginner between putting in intensity and effort and lifting too much and risking injury? It depends on the person, really. Like, depends on your experiences. Is it like we're an athlete? Blah blah blah. That really depends, honestly. But don't lift like an idiot, basically. What would be in your ideal home gym? Squat rack, some Eleiko bars, some adjustable dumbbells, a bunch of weights, obviously. There's a couple hammer strength machines, probably. Like a press, maybe. Some kind of hammer strength row. Maybe I probably have a hamstring curl. We're gonna watch your podcast. It's on iTunes and pretty much every other service. I have links in some of the videos. The fourth episode will go up tomorrow. We talked about our phobias, so you can hear my phobia. But yeah, it's pretty much everywhere. It's on iTunes. It's on Shout Engine, where it's hosted. But yeah, how to do a home gym? A couple kettlebells, probably. In Chicago, yep. Can I troll? Please don't troll. That's on David Lade. Fuck David Lade. I don't really know who he is. He's some like 18-year-old bodybuilder or some shit, isn't there? I drink coffee maybe twice a week, so when I drink a cup, I want to jump on walls. Yeah, like for me, I don't feel like the first like 4 or 5 cups a day. I'd write so many good songs. Actually, I've written some classical pieces. I've written a symphony. I've written metal, porno song, rock, folk stuff. I'll cross feminist probably. Thoughts on Mike Israel. I can never pronounce his last name. Sia Nawaz. He comes to say Sia. Thoughts on that guy? I don't really have any. Thoughts on Juju Mufu? Think he's done really well for himself. Enjoys himself, has fun in the gym, which is paramount, I think. Ever gotten laid with a female you met at the gym of yours? I shouldn't say. You can infer what happened, but yes, basically. Do you have strongman implements in your gym? No, unfortunately. Of course not. Favorite fast food coffee? Yeah, I'm gonna say McDonald's. McDonald's coffee is actually really fucking good. And the best part is you know exactly what you're getting. It's exactly the same no matter what McDonald's. If I go to fucking Singapore and get some or here, it's all the same. Other than that, probably some Dunkins. I'd say Dunkin's my favorite, but Mickey D's is close second. Scale 1 to 10, how much will you cry when I went up your Vogel pole lift? I will, well, first I'll bloodlet and then cry, and then one up yours by 50 pounds. One coffee diet makes you feel like I'm on meth. I switch between coffee and tea every 3 days to break the biological law of foundation. I mean, sure. I just love fucking caffeine and coffee and stimulants in general, so. Last movie made me cry. I don't think I ever cried from a movie. I watched like it was a war documentary about Iraq invasion, or Iraq war, I should say. No, it was an invasion. That was pretty heartbreaking. I didn't cry though, but thoughts on Varg Vikernes? Hold on, that sounds familiar, so I'm gonna Google it real quick. So I think I know what it is. So look, see his face. Oh yeah, duh, Burzum. It took me a second. I never listened to them all that much, honestly. Ever seen The Room? Of course. Room's hilarious. Do a drinking game, do it like once a year. I don't like Starbucks. I think Starbucks are kind of gross, actually. Do my nipples drink coffee? I don't know what that means. You said pre-workout is worse than coffee-wise. So the telomeres, which is the thing that like, kind of cap your God, I can't think today. I'm so hungover. Your chromosomes, but Jesus Christ, yeah, telomeres. So chromosome. Thank you. Telomeres cap your chromosomes, and caffeine anhydrous, which is what's in like pre-workout and stuff, has been shown to potentially shorten them, which is bad, and it can lead to like premature aging and stuff like that. But coffee that's in, or caffeine that's in coffee or tea, for example, has been shown to actually lengthen them, which is good. So. Thoughts on sumo versus conventional legitness? I think it's funny. All the people who like say, "Oh, like sumo's cheating," and then they like try a sumo and it's significantly worse than their conventional. I think it's really funny. They're both whatever's strongest position for you, do it. Honestly, I think people bitch about sumo are just dumb. Never watched Forrest Gump. I have watched Forrest Gump. I'm an alcoholic? No. I just drink once or twice a week at most. Do I own a gun? No. Or maybe I do. I don't know. I have shot guns before. I had a buddy of mine, his grandma, before she passed away, she was crazy as fuck. And every Christmas would buy him a semi-auto shotgun. So he had like a closet. He never shot them even. He had like a closet full of shotguns. I was like, you need to fucking sell, dude, because if you're get arrested and they go to your house and they find a closet full of shotguns, you're in deep shit. How to increase rotational power? Working your hips a lot. Are you talking about like in hockey, for example, or golf, or baseball maybe. Doing some like actual rotational exercises can be good. Working hips. Yeah, a lot of hip stuff though. Honestly, single leg stuff's gonna help. Those landmine rotational things can be good. I know what I'm talking about. One arm rows, like croc rows, can be great. Like cheaty croc rows. But do I have a bow? No. I actually love to have a bow and arrow. That'd be fucking sweet. Bow and arrow, bow. Do everybody do cardio? No. Was it bench PR? I don't know. I did a 315 reverse bench pretty fucking easily without ever training it. Like 2 months ago. On a bench ever. I hardly ever press. So don't know. A cheek curl's bad for your lower back. If your lower back's so weak that a cheek curl hurts it, you need to work on other issues. Like I don't remember. Usually I just kind of walk up to people like, hey, do you want some tips? And I help them and then train them afterwards. I don't know. I'm a relatively good salesman. I always go like, I think the problem a lot of PTs who like burn out or aren't good is because they think the act of training people is going to be fun. Like watching someone squat and count the reps is not fun. That's not a fun thing. But seeing them progress is fun. And like talking to them and seeing how their life changes because that's what's fun. So that's like, yeah. I was pressing. It's just boring for me. I don't know. I don't enjoy pressing particularly. We say upper back, core, and glutes are the areas the general population needs to focus on most. Yeah, pretty much. And hamstrings too. And mobility. Hamstrings feel crazy. Yep. Pretty much Chelsea. Dude, come on. Jesus Christ. Perkele. Yeah, I love that. There's a really good video of a Norwegian guy is like talking about different swearing in different like Scandinavian languages. And it's like Norwegian says fan, and then Swedish says fan, and then Danish is fjenden, and then it's like, and then we have Finland with perkele. Rubber backa. Sabbath. What demographic do you prefer for clients? I don't really have a preference. I get equal value out of training athletes as I do old grandmas, so. See you, Nick. Tupac or Biggie? I'm gonna say Tupac. I think Biggie's overrated, honestly. But I'm not gonna go too much longer, dudes. I need to actually work out. Oh, God. So I'm over. Have I ever sold drugs? No, why would I sell drugs? Thoughts and bands and chains, they're useful when used correctly, but pretty much everyone uses them incorrectly. That's my thought. That's an Alpha Destiny. I did an interview with him. Check it out. Chicks tell you you're ripped in person. A lot of them comment on my size, typically not my rippedness. I'm not particularly lean, so. You like working out at night or in the morning? I work out pretty late, usually like 8 p.m. or later, so. Just being hungover feel like, and right now it feels like hell. You know what your vertical jump is? No. Wow, that's like the 8th person to ask about my vertical jump today. I don't know. I don't measure my vertical jump, no. I can dunk. Do I prefer back extensions or GHRs? Depends. Probably back extensions, I'll say though. I've done lunges with the deadlift machine. No, I haven't. Like the one Eric had, I never did. Oh, that'd be interesting. What do you eat for breakfast? And do you believe lifters should eat something before they lift? I usually have a bowl of cereal or something, or chicken patties. Eating before you lift, I think that's a personal thing. I do often, but some people, you know, they get like sick or whatever. Do I have a 6-pack? No, I have like a 3.5 pack. I have visible abs though. I improved my close grip bench significantly, but I had no care over bench press, a sign of weak chest. Potentially, it might be a form issue then too. Do I do any throwing? No. Some people who feel they're superior for working out at 5 a.m., they're not superior. Have I ever been called ugly? I don't think seriously, you know. I'm a pretty handsome fucking dude, so. Would you ever release your own novice program online, Alpha Destiny novice program, 5x5 style? I mean, not for sale. I wouldn't want to take money for a program that's just made for, you know, that's made for the masses. I don't think I could charge for. If it was like a personalized program, I'd charge for it, but I could. It wouldn't be anything I haven't said here before. You know, I've talked about my hierarchy of movements I have beginners do. There's a video about that. I think it's called Hierarchy of Movements. But that's basically what it would be about. Can you explain how you train a young football athlete novice to training? I probably have them do like a conjugate style program. Or I should say conjugate style, conjugate football player. Favorite non-fitness YouTube channel? There's a channel called E.C. Henry. He does a lot of like, mostly Star Trek, but some Star Wars stuff. I'm a big Star Trek nerd. He makes some interesting videos on there. He's got some cool videos. Other than that, I don't know. There's like random documentary channels I watch sometimes. How would my forehead look smaller? Grow your hair longer, I guess? I don't know. Whoever traveled Rio de Janeiro with your bros. I don't think I really want to go to Rio, honestly. I was talking about to work out in the morning. It doesn't make you hardcore. Yeah, like training itself isn't very hardcore to begin with, and then like just doing it early doesn't make you any more hardcore. I don't know. What's the difference? In general, I notice most people lift early in the morning aren't as strong as people lift at night. What I've seen, just working at gyms, being at gyms, like seeing people in the morning are typically much weaker overall, like the average person. I don't know if it's actually anything to do with it, but nothing's still badass, but everybody is always different. Ooh. Do I watch Netflix shows? I try not to watch too much Netflix. I watch the new Star Trek series, which is on, well, it's on Netflix. The rest of the world's on CBS All Access here, which sucked that I had to fucking subscribe to, but whatever. What else? I haven't watched much anything recently. I haven't been on Netflix in a while. Nothing. Just make money. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm dying. That's why I did this. I need to wake up and get my brain stimulated a little bit. That's why I decided to live stream, actually. Alan thought deadlifting 600 pounds or Half-Life 3 coming out, which is the most likely. I'm gonna say Half-Life 3 for sure. How do you stop procrastinating? By stopping procrastinating. I don't know. Set alarms on your phone for everything, and then actually pay attention to it. Do I read much? Yeah, I try to read like at least an hour every day, minimum. Did I do weed? I mean, smoke weed? Before lifting, I smoked some last night. But no, not now. I'm just really tired and hungover. How much is throw out deadlift? What do you like, mid fives at that competition? 545 or something? 565 maybe? What the fuck? Especially someone trains for a living. You can barely do a double bodyweight deadlift. What the fuck? Literally trains for a living. Dog shit. That's some bad coffee, man. Oh, I need to buy some new stuff. I found like some year-old shit I've been laying around because I ran out of my good stuff. I mean, he weighs more than 225. I'm pretty sure that meet he weighed in like high 240s. And I think he's normally walking around probably like mid 250s. It's a pretty fat dude. Best unilateral exercise per muscle group. I'm gonna say Bulgarian split squats for your legs. Croc rows, I guess. For your upper body. Overhead dumbbell press. pressing stuff. He doesn't seem excited to lift. I don't think he is. I think he's just kind of stuck in this, like, I don't know. Is Thrall a fraud? Oh, for sure. Ever played Skyrim? Yeah, I lost my life to Skyrim for like 2 months once. Of course he's a fraud. He has no significant education that I know of. Certifications even. Nothing. How do I handle clients who don't eat enough? I make sure they eat enough. What gaming system? Do you mean gaming? I have a PS4 and I have a PC also. 5 favorite guitarists. Ooh. Jimmy Page. Keith Richards. I'm gonna say John Frusciante. Robert Johnson. Eric Clapton. In no particular order. Advice for when I lose my virginity? Don't force it. That's my advice. Wait, it's not a big deal. Hold on, is this trying to strength certified coach? Oh, Rebecca. She was out lifting throwing every moon he values. Maybe one of these days, maybe. Gaming, yeah. Play New Vegas till I die. That's a pretty sweet game too. Have you played Skyrim ever?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
love Skyrim.
So I lost my life to it for like 2 months.
Oh yeah. But it's even more dangerous if you play it on PC.
That's what I did, yeah.
Oh, you can do all the mods.
Mods, yeah, I know.
Oh, God.
I like broke my computer, basically. Like
You can dive so deep into it.
I
It's
know.
ridiculous. And not be seen for weeks.
Manliest man you've ever met? Michael Jordan.
You met Michael Jordan?
I got a hug from him. I was in like 4th grade, I think. Because I grew up like in Kenosha and they lived in Chicago.
Yeah.
And his son's my age, and they're playing a basketball tournament at my school. So he's like trying to hide, basically. He's like in the stands, like way in the upper corner. Like he's like 6'6", and he was the only black guy there
Michael
too.
Jordan.
Yeah, and he's Michael Jordan. Like this was like late '90s, like height of his popularity. And so he's walking out. I was like, Michael Jordan, can I have an autograph? He's like, I'm here for my son, so I don't do autographs, but I'll give you a hug. I'm like, fuck yeah. So he gave me a hug, yeah, and I didn't take a shower for like a month because I've been touched by greatness. Yeah. And I became like 10% better that day. It was amazing.
Nice.
It's fucking awesome.
You listen to that?
Yeah, in like probably 15 minutes ish.
Oh, okay.
We can finish this. What's certified even mean? Means nothing. Means you're a dumbass who thought it was a good use of your time to get starting strength certified. Over have kids, maybe. I don't know. Or am I sitting? Oh, I'm in an office at the gym. That's not true. Would you ever do more rants on YouTube lifters? You think of frauds? No. I don't want to be that channel. I've done probably too much on Thrall already. Should Kingdom Come is arguably better than Skyrim? Is that my boyfriend? I wish. He's a handsome dude. He's the bodybuilder dude who works here. I got like 10 more minutes. Do I prefer bars or clubs? Bars. Because I'm an adult. Do I have Insta? I do. I am Runs on Milk. You should join. We'll add you to. We have a group chat. Some of us on there, Ultra. You should be part of it. Favorite holiday location? I don't really take vacations. It messes up my training, so I try not to take too many vacations. How do I not get white knighted trying to lift? I don't know, Rebecca. That's tough. Most gym goers are fucking douchey, so it's hard to like. I'm sure as a woman, it's hard to like, especially on some unconventional stuff. You're probably lifting more than most of the dudes at your gym. I'm sure, Rebecca. So that makes it hard too, but. I don't know. Headphones, probably your best option. Put the headphones in. Do I have a PR song? No, it depends on my mood. Touch and go bench versus pause for general strength. Pause, I'd say. Best overhead press assistance exercise. Working your shoulders more. Thanks, Ultra. Working your shoulders more. Z press, I'd say probably. Glute activation drills, overrated. Thanks, Ultra. That means a lot. Like, if you're spending more than like a minute doing glute activation drills, you're probably wasting your time, in my opinion. So, if anything that you've done separate from your workout, probably like in the middle of the day at lunch or something, you probably get more out of them than doing it right before you work out. Have you grown your beard out? And if so, can we see a pic? I did grow it out. I honestly don't think there's any pictures of it though. It got to about like, let's see, about there probably. That's the biggest I've ever grown it. Is Wisconsin greater than Norway? No, I don't think so. In some ways. Do you ever burn out working out so much? Nope. I enjoy it. I'm compelled to lift, so those two things combined make it no burnout. When you get back to Ox, I don't know. I don't really plan ahead ever. Batman or Superman? I'm a Superman dude. Love me some Superman. What do you think about rowing versus lifting? So I used to compete in rowing. Hard to combine them. That's actually when I started squatting every day. I'd squat in one of my workouts in the day. I'd just do like a work up to heavy squat, and then I'd do rowing in the other workout, or like rowing assistance exercises if I wasn't actually rowing that day. That worked really well for me. What's the milligram concentration of tren per chicken patty? Fucking Cole, get out of here. What's mood in the U.S. right now? It seems pretty morose from the outside. I mean, it is. It's pretty. We're a very divided country now, which is pretty unfortunate. I think some good is coming from all this, so I think people are becoming more politically active and more politically informed, which I think will, in the long run, be a good thing. Back from all rowing, I mean, I guess. Do you think that Trudeau is handsome? Yeah, I think he's a handsome dude. Rowing system, I meant like doing single leg stuff, hamstring stuff, upper back stuff, pressing. That's what I meant. Row's like kind of not sad necessarily. It's like yeah, saddish, depressing. Best exercise for getting big, in your opinion? I think you used to tell me is squats. Yeah, squats. There's no real best exercise, but I'd probably pick squats. That's on V-Shreds. I don't watch him because what the fuck am I gonna learn from that guy? Is bench press overrated in your opinion? Depends on what context. I mean, if you're a powerlifter, it's not overrated. I think for athletes, it is. But being from Wisconsin, you're familiar with Paul Nellen. What do you think of him? Presenting he's too much of an anti-Jew edgelord president. I don't know who he is. If he's anti-Semitic, I'm not going to be a fan of him, obviously, though. I've tried benching with Wisconsin method for 2 months now. Finally ran my 1 rep match from 80 kilos to 95 kilos. I'm stuck for many weeks. Oh, you need to rotate. You're not doing Wisconsin method. If you're stalling, you're not switching. You're not doing Wisconsin method. What's the favorite thing to talk about? Oop, myself. What's your best way to small talk with people? I try not to small talk ever, as best I can. Then Ben Shapiro, I think, is an idiot. Does a very good job of marketing himself, though. Why are you anti-conventional deadlift? I'm not anti-conventional. I just don't do them myself. That's why my clients do that. I don't think there's anything wrong with conventional deadlifts at all. Definitely anti. I've said 1,000 times. I think they're good movement. I just don't do them myself. They don't work well with Wisconsin method, so. And I'm not going to change my training just to do a lift I don't enjoy. Basically. Yeah. All my clients can conventional deadlift. Or sumo, I mean. They do either one. what I talk about with new people at gym seems hard to start talking to a stranger. I mean, usually at the gym I just initiate by like saying their lift looks good or like, you know, whatever. But then like they're talking about their day and stuff. How's the job going? It's normal shit. I don't talk about anything different, really. What's my ultimate lifting PR ever? From an ox lift. Vogel pole deadlift was pretty sweet. 4 or 5 Bugenhagen squat, that was pretty good. I don't know. I don't really have an ultimate one that I thought was the best or anything. What's my spirit animal? There's that Russian arm wrestler dude with the giant hands. He's my spirit animal. I've seen John Wick. The movie? Yeah. Fucking awesome. I haven't seen the second one. I've heard it's not as good, so I don't want to ruin the first one. His beard, Alan Thrall's beard. Nasty ass beard. Oh yeah. Mustache for his beard. I'm more of a mustache kind of guy. Actually, it's growing out. We'll see if I grow it out. Pimple. Alright, 3 more minutes, guys. I gotta go. I gotta fucking work out. So tired. I'm so hungover. Muscle snatches are not gonna feel good. Do you think Alan Thrall's handsome? God, no. He's an ugly dude. Maybe without his beard, I don't know. I don't think I've seen a picture of him without his beard. I think it's an awfully kept beard, though. You gotta oil that shit, dude. Thinks they're liberal, conservative. I'm very liberal. I lived in Norway. Fucking socialist. Do you think of Alan Thrall late at night? I honestly don't really think of Alan Thrall. Like, the videos I've made says the contrary, but it's usually because people bring him up. It is a mindset. Chill music, hype music, and generally outside the gym, I guess more chill. He has a picture of burritos with Obama. Ever hunted? No, I have not. I've done skeet shooting a couple times, target shooting, but that's it. No one in my family hunts, so it's kind of a family thing, I feel. Ben Shapiro, I said it earlier, he's an idiot, but he's good at marketing. Can I ski? Yeah, I'm a pretty good skier. Dave Tate or Louis Simmons? Louis Simmons. Because Dave Tate just basically just like says everything Louis Simmons says. Hey, long-term goals? Not really. I don't really plan ahead ever, so nothing particular. I guess, you know, we just focus on the lift I'm doing. I think I might actually bulk up to 250 pounds just to say I was 250 pounds, but I've kind of been mulling over that for the past few weeks. I promise throw out copy pastas. You put out more videos. That was a great one. The one on the toilet one. Mandatory sports. I think everyone should play basketball. Is that podcast free? Of course. I'm not charge people for me talking shit for an hour. What's the most popular sport in Norway? I guess cross country skiing, soccer, actual bear Jew. Hell yeah. Bulk to 300. That's gotta be fucking fat as shit. Oh, man. Big lower traps but small upper traps? Question mark. I don't know what your question is actually. As in you have those and want advice on to have bigger upper traps? We're thinking about ollie lifts, I think. Unless you're training for Olympic lifts, you probably shouldn't be doing them. Arnold versus Ronnie Coleman. Arnold just because he's more interesting. Although I love Ronnie Coleman. He's a fucking badass. Bottom 300 leave humanity behind. If I can leave my liver and kidneys behind too. What's something that every Norwegian cannot live without? I don't fucking know. skis, I guess. Is lean bulking a fairy tale? Kind of. Not really. Yes, no, both. God, I'm fucking tired. Christ. Alright, guys, I'm gonna get going. I need to work out. I got shit to do today. I'm gonna go see Black Panther finally. Thoughts on Kendrick Lamar? He's a rapper for white people. I don't think he's particularly that great. He's fine. I got to go for you. Don't fit in door frames. That'd be pretty sweet. Take out strongman. I think strongman's the only interesting strength sport for me. I mean, weightlifting and powerlifting are pretty boring to watch. Strongman's actually exciting. Don Mazzetti, funny. Been to Dubai or the other Emirates? I have not. Been to Germany? Yep. Some weird fucking. You guys know a lot about me. Muscle snatch again. Should be fun. Fucking time is it? Oh jeez, it's almost 2 o'clock. Fuck. Alright, I gotta go. Thoughts on the march. I think it was awesome. The girl, I can't remember her name. She's a shaved head. Her speech was very moving. That almost made me tear up. If you fly me out to Dubai, I'll come, man. Please do. It wouldn't be an autobiography if you wrote it, but just a regular biography, but I appreciate the sentiment. Alright, I gotta fucking go lift now. I need to go do shit today, so I love y'all. Stay cool. Don't treat women poorly. Vote. I don't know. Don't do drugs. See you, boys.